It's been a solid season so far for Leeds number 9 Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but let's take a look back at his career up to now. He scored 95 goals, 67 of them coming in the Premier League. He's made 11 caps for England, with his last one coming in 2021. And this season, he is the 6th top scorer in the Premier League, scoring 10 goals, and that's his highest goal total since 2020. We'd love to talk to you obviously now about football. You rested midweek in the FA Cup game for Leeds. How is your knee? How are you doing? Are you going to be back this weekend for Palace? How's it all going?
Yeah, really good. It was always planned for me to take a little break of a few days after the double game week that we've just had in the Premier League. So, yeah, everything's going to plan, back in training tomorrow and I'm ready to go.
Lovely.
Dom, this season, I mean, it's been a revelation just seeing your form. You went through that massive hot streak. You've hit the ground running in 2026. Looking at the body of work you've put together so far, what's been your secret? Because here at the Golazo Network, I mean, we're all adding you to our fantasy leagues week in and week out.
Yeah, just consistency. You know, I've been at this for a while now, and it's inevitable that sometimes you hit difficult periods and good periods, and I think just staying consistent and continuing to believe in what I'm capable of. I pay a lot of attention to things around the pitch like diet, sleep, recovery, more so now than ever, and I think that's helped me a lot this season.
And Dominic, you mentioned that you've been at it for quite a while. You were at Everton for a long time, where you scored that winning header to stay in the Premier League. This year, you're 3 points off relegation with Leeds. How are you using that experience that you faced with Everton and being in that relegation battle with Leeds now? What have you learnt from it?
Just trying to lead by example. You know, I've rightly or wrongly been in situations like this before, so I know what it takes to thrive in these situations, and I'm just trying to use my experience and allow the lads to lean on me as much as possible and try to, you know, speak when it's the right time to speak and act when it's the right time to act, but most importantly, just get on the pitch and give my all.
Now, you play with a mutual friend that we have, Brenden Aaronson. I think you know him quite well. You guys link up quite well. He described you as one of the big characters of the locker room. And now we have an American audience. We are an American show. So from your perspective, what has it been like seeing him come back to Leeds and thrive this season?
Oh, I'm really happy for him. And much deserves, you know, like you say, what a guy. And from the first time I met him, obviously my first experience meeting him and playing with him this season, I've just seen him grow in confidence and, you know, show everybody what he's really capable of. And for me, that's been great to see. And obviously playing with him, he's been great to play with, and his energy on the pitch. And I think that there's still room for improvement as well, which is obviously exciting and exciting for you guys as well over in the States. And really happy with the season that he's had so far.
And Dominic, you mentioned there you want to be a leader in the dressing room. You know when to talk and know when not to talk. Are teammates coming to you for advice in this situation that Leeds are in at the moment?
Sometimes, I guess it's we've got quite a close-knit group, I would say, and it's a really together dressing room, which is refreshing. And I think we're always having open conversations about where we can improve, what we need to do. And one thing I noticed in coming into this dressing room is that there's no egos. You know, everyone speaks to each other, everyone gets along. There's no cliques or anything like that. And I think that really stands you in good stead when you're coming into situations like this at the business end of the season, where everybody needs to pull together for each other. And you know, the minimum requirement is 100% effort. And I think we've definitely got that, which gives us confidence that we can do the job.
Now, something that I remember from playing is the human aspect of football, right? As footballers, we definitely are human beings, and you've been a massive advocate for mental health in the game, which is something I applaud, because we need more voices like you being very vocal about the importance of it. When did that start for you, and how have you continued to channel that message in the Leeds locker room and throughout the Premier League?
I think I'm somebody that I'm quite an emotional guy, but I also wear my heart on my sleeve. So, and I'm also comfortable in who I am and what I bring to the table. So I think that gives me confidence and openness to be able to speak on a human level. And you know, vulnerability is a strength sometimes. And for me, I just like to try and relate to my teammates where I can and just provide a support and just be myself. I think that's all you can be. If you try to bring the best version of yourself every day, I think that's all that you can really ask for. And yeah, I don't know how it started and how I got to that point, but yeah, just being confident enough to be open, really.
No, that's awesome, Dominic. I love that. Shifting gears now to the World Cup, obviously this summer. The last time you played for England was in 2021, but you were linked in December with the England national team. Obviously, I think there's a pretty clear answer. What you need to do the rest of the season to get in that squad is score more goals. If you were, what would it mean to you coming over here stateside to play in the World Cup? What would it mean to you, Dominic?
Oh, it'd be everything, you know. It's what you dream of as a kid, cliche, but representing your country at a World Cup. But I think given my story individually and what I've been through over the last few years, this is where I, dreamed of being, just back in the conversation of am I or aren't I going to get called up for my country? And, the next call up is in March, and that remains to be seen. And if the manager thinks that what I've done is enough to call me up, then great. And coming into this season, what a difference a year can make. And I always believed at the start of the season, if certain things came together, I was capable of hitting the form required to represent England again.
Judging by the big smile on his face as soon as you said World Cup, he looks like a man motivated to get to the biggest event. Now, at the World Cup, which we're going to put our crystal ball out there, right? You get to the World Cup, you're with England. You might actually play against one of your former managers and Brazilian head coach Carlo Ancelotti. That would be crazy to be reunited with him, right? The biggest tournament you can play in world football. You actually had your best 2 seasons to date playing under Don Carlo. From your perspective, what was it like playing for him, and what pearls of wisdom did he give you to just unlock that talent that we know you've had throughout your career?
Oh, he's a legend, and I've had to answer many questions about him since working with him. And for me, he was exactly what I needed at the time in my career, and hence probably why I produced 2 of my best seasons. I think he came in with his stature and he demands it, he commands it when he walks into the room, and he just gave me confidence by the way he spoke to me. Also spoke to me on a human level as well. He's very much a good man manager, one of the best, if not the best, that the game has. And yeah, it really resonated with me at the time. And yeah, I mean, it'd be a full circle moment to come up against him at the World Cup.
And Dominic, if you were to make the World Cup, it wouldn't be your first time over here in the States. I obviously done my research and I saw you were at New York Fashion Week. It was only in February, but you have been a couple of times. You're very into your fashion. Tell us a bit more about that and where that's all come from.
That was quite a while ago now. I think from maybe 6 years ago or something. And I've become a dad since then. I'm married now, and I get less time to put into that kind of stuff. And I think as I've got older, my fashion sense has got a little bit less leery. I don't get as much time to think about what I'm putting on because I'm chasing my daughter around. So yeah, I don't know where it's come from, but yeah, it's just something I like.
Dominic, you can't wear all the Chanel outfits with the little baby, can you?
No, not all.
Well, I thought you were going to ask, where can you get the handbags, right? Because you are the handbag queen.
I know, yeah, you do have a handbag collection. I'm very jealous of it. You're very lucky. Your daughter will be very lucky to get those bags, hopefully, in the future as well.
Sure. I'm sure she'll be happy about that.
I think we're going to end it on a quick game. The best 5 teammates you've ever played with. You've kind of got a 5-a-side for us. Why don't you walk us through that? Yeah,
so I assumed that I needed a goalkeeper. So yes. Pickford, Jordan Pickers, England #1. Unbelievable with his feet, great shot stopper, best goalie I've played with. So yeah, you had to go in there. And then I went with only club, like not international teammates. So I've gone all out attack. James Rodriguez, when he came, just the ability he had in his left foot. Everyone knew what he was going to do, but you couldn't stop him. And you could see that every day in training that he came with so much quality, and it was surreal to play with him at the time, really. And he was top. And then Ademola Lookman, he's probably one of the most gifted players I've played with in terms of dribbling and the way he handles the ball, and so happy for him the way he's got his move to Atletico now and how he's thriving there. I think it's much deserved, and he's bided his time and now he's there. But everyone's seeing what a great player he is. And then Richarlison, probably the player I enjoyed playing with the most. I think we just had like this connection on the pitch that when we did play together, we didn't really have to say much to each other, but we both knew where we were going to be and what we were going to do. And at the time, you don't realise it until it's finished. And I look back on my time playing with Richie, and it was a really enjoyable one. And we also had that healthy competitiveness as well. And then obviously Wayne Rooney, the legend, had to put him in there. He was at the back end of his career when he joined Everton, but you could still see his quality and his technical ability and his desire as well. Just the way that he played had not changed. And that was probably the most surreal moment when he walked into the dressing room at Everton, you know, being a young boy watching Wazza play, and then he walks in the dressing room. It was a pleasure to play with him.
So we see the goals, we see the flair, and I'm so glad you put Ademola Lookman in. I'm a big fan of his as well. Obviously, Nigerians, we know how the Nigerians are in the UK. They'll be happy you put him in the team as well. But who's going to defend? Who's going to defend?
He's got the goalkeeper.
Well,
Just Pickford? Just have it?
Yeah, just Pickers can play goalie defender, and then you need to swap Wayne Rooney around with James. I think Wazza can play the defensive attack role.
Oh, man. I like
Dominic,
it.
lovely stuff. Thank you so much for your time today. Good luck for the rest of the Premier League season, and we'll hope to see you over here in America in the World Cup in the summer.
Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount Plus.